my question was, why is it that when someone is engaged anakuanga more attractive attracted, no, ladies get attracted to someone who is married who is engaged as opposed to a single person? Kila mtu opinion yake, but unaweza anza njoo to scale opinion.
In my perception, hata si perception, it's what I've heard from people, ni like ndo dem afike point ya anaona anaweza ishi na wewe, you've shown her that you can take care of her, and most ladies, that's what they want. Yeah, so in almost every aspect, or at least in the aspect that I know that I'm weak, at least when you're strong enough to take care of yourself and me. So I'm good with that. Yeah. So, for example, if he's my fiancé, and how do I put it? He's my fiancé, so we are engaged, right?
Tumeongoza hiyo talk for a minute.
It was behind the curtains, like in front of us.
Niko kwa closet, saizi shatoka.
So, like, the main reason madem wengi wataanza kumdm kumtaka is because he's proven, like, unaona kama venye unafanyanga kitu just to prove one person or just to prove one thing for one person. That's it for ladies. Yeah.
And okay. Nice.
Yeah. Maybe naweza sema, I think see necessarily ikuwe lazima ikuwe ati ni people are engaged ama ati nini. Na kwanga hata tu wewe size ukiwa na dem ndo unapatanga. See, like tuseme umekuwa kideclare you are single for a while. Then out of nowhere like you couple it up and out of nowhere sando wanajiteta kwa DMs, people are texting you, calling you. Sijui ni competition ama sijui inakwanga nini on your side. Sijui madem wanapenda competition in some way ama inakwanga nini. But okay. Unataka interject sasa?
Si interject, it's more of si unaona tuliambiwa wanaume sahi ni few compared to wanawake. So if you find one good man,
but so grab him, so the question
grab him, and every lady, most ladies actually are fighting to be the first wife or the first girlfriend. As in, most, by that only first wife. It's more first wife than first girlfriend. So, you're that position by itself. Alafu, being in that position, being taken care of, and considering the fact that men are fewer and I'm is first, is a more reason to like keep, coming. Na pia kuna wivu, so
but mbona sasa ungoje like until akakwe, because normally ungebaki single they won't come, they won't flock in DM.
You've proven through this lady ati unaweza, you can take care of a lady, you can bring her to, you've convinced her enough that you can take care of her insecurities, her weaknesses, hizo vitu zote.
Mimi niko na question moja.
Father Lord.
I have a question to you, Nancy.
I have a question, Not to Nancy.
Okay.
To you. Kazi ya Kebs ni
kazi ya?
What is the work of Kebs?
Kucheck standards.
Yeah?
Kucheck standards.
So that same thing works. Ukiwa na dem, washa approve.
Is that simple?
Oh, no. You need
stamp.
No,
but no, Nancy,
your stamp, you already approved your bit of mark of quality. So, kama una wewe.
Now my question goes to Nancy. Nancy akisema ati madem wanataka good people, right? But apparently madem wanataka the bad boys, not the good boys.
You know, I've never understood it.
I think Nani should explain you kwa nini. Kuna time let's talk about dopamine sijini.
Uya alijibu in a serious context, I will jibu it in a freaky context. Bad boys are good in bed, good boys are average.
I disagree.
No. I'm not saying
it's more than that.
But funny thing is,
I'm saying it in, no, listen, I'm saying it in the context of what most people believe. Or actually what most people have been made to believe. Because I mean, when I was young, that is what I was made to believe. Bad boys are good in bed and good boys are not, which I came to realize. It depends on the person. Really.
It depends on the person.
Yes.
But they say the good boys, no, the bad boys bring heaven to you, and the good boys take you to heaven.
That's true.
Heaven, you are not so sure.
Okay, whatever it is you define as heaven as a lady.
Wasemanga the good guy always finishes last. Sindio. Unaona ile the flani. Wewe msako na ameshika flower hivi nyuma alafu the line.
You said time.
Exactly, same thing. Always kwa the good guy.
The good guy.
No.
Your point of view.
Sexual one, by the way.
My point of view, it's basically what I said: sense of security and competition. Because lady vile Spara amesema hataki kuwa someone who no one wants.
Wow. So being single basically means no one wants.
Don't feel attacked.
It's simple. Bible inasema leo Sunday.
Yes, Pastor Len.
Ule mwenye ako naye ataongezewa zaidi.
Any direction either.
Maswali yangu ni swali yangu ni moja tu. Watu juaje umepata demu?
That was my final question.
Okay.
Which one is that?
Watu juaje umepata demu?
What
See, attention.
Ni kama the same way venye unazouliza.
Aje.
Tuko na issue na nini?
Technical issue.
Some technicality.
Ni ukipata boyfriend, ukipata girlfriend, attention ya si attention, it's more nasema aje hiyo venye unaenda out na kina sijui Brian unaacha unaipunguza juu girlfriend anataka
I feel because the question nilipata from napenda sitcom. The sitcom inaitwa Neighborhood za watoto wawili wa Kevin. If you go watch Neighborhood, it's kuna ile time amepata girlfriend, hata wakienda hakuwa change anything, but hata akienda club now ladies want him more, hata hakuwa anasema. So he was explaining the theory of when I have ladies, like I feel my mind is so distracted hadi nikikuja kwa club me just want to enjoy myself. I don't want to I'm all peeping and stuff. So kuna ile I think ladies do read this sign ako like this person way
actually natumia ni same na ni kama wanaweza tumia example gani ni kama venye mdemu jango uko na do like another this way actually the same thing dem anaweza like trust to me unaweza approach them
tena kikomaka una do hakuna
like dem anaweza kuangalia hivi sijui kama ni the appearance ama ni ile appearance ama ni confidence ama sijui the way dem ata notice hata ukiapproach them kama ni club like they'll just be itakuwa ni so easy for you because you have the money them I think ashajua
Ibenda amejoin Brian
so
But I've ever heard of this principle flani. Kibet. I'm a big girl. I've ever heard of this principle or something. Is it Newton's principle? Objects in motion stays in motion until acted upon by an external force.
Wow.
So that's the point. Like, once you go in a relationship, you're still in motion. Like, utakuwa tu na roll, you know, from one relationship to another, from DMs to DMs, you know. But the moment umeacha, dress big in the family.
No, the chicks feel as if it's a chance. They'll kuna ile kitu wata feel mazee boys he was not as more attached to me when alikuwa saizi, so probably something else is distracting him and high chances this is something that is distracting him. It's not a job ama nini because he was having a job, he's a lady. So now I feel it's my time now to try and distract him from the lady when you're con and mimi I mean what she was saying, the first position in it all.
So to them it's more of a competition.
It's more of
a game.
It's more of a game, but scientifically speaking, there is a word for it. I don't know the exact word, but the word is there's a. There's a doctor alikuwa anasema like it's naturally there's like an energy when a man is engaged and fully engaged and loyal to hata kama hasemi out there, there's an energy at his feet. That's why hata akitembea how he is handling himself, he might not be having money but hata venye anatembea, how he's handling himself and whatever, it'll give the vibe of I'm off from the street. So a lady find that energy, because every lady anataka kuwa off from the street, atakuja like it's easier to get that one because now he's more off, he's responsible, he can be able to take care of his person. But when uko single, your energy is all distributed kila mahali, so huyu mtu anaogopa, if I get to this person, huyu akiniita niko probably it's like I'm just niko kwa ile line kama wengine wenye wako, so let me go to someone who is more engaged, who is engaged as opposed to someone who is single.
Alafu mbona basi inakuwa ni blame game to the men when uko na dem mzuri, alafu Mungu anaamua kukubariki na mwingine kama huyo.
Test za Jacob.
Wanasemanga unataka kubai kiatu kama uko nini? Uko footed, unaona kama umevaa. Hautakia. Basi niliona some nini?
Anzi unasikia hizi analogies.
Nasikiliza.
That brings me to this question. Is it that men are naturally polygamous?
No, that's not.
No,
No, that's not an argument.
He didn't even get to the finishing line of the
No, that's
question.
not an argument.
We already see where
Acha namna chakula kwa mdomo. Acha malize.
No, I'm not being
Listen, stop being defensive even when hajamaliza statement.
Namtoa chakula kwa mdomo mazee.
aya sawa. Maliza kwa vile.
And that females are not to accept that reality because they are part of that reality. From her explanation, in explain that they approve it, but when it comes to the logic of it, so they deny it.
The logic of it ndio anakataa.
But the practicality of it, one accept.
So,
actually they say in a relationship, lazima mkue, is it psychological, right? So one has to be a psycho, and then the other one has to be logical. So we definitely know where the logical lands and where the psycho lands, but it's a thin line though.
Because when I approve,
They don't want.
they want to face it.
The problem, kulingana na mimi, don't come off for my neck, please. Is they want. When she said, it's all about I want to be number one. I want to be number one, but I know there is a list. I know there is a list.
Yeah.
So what in Wakatani, logically speaking, they know it's there. Practically they know it's there, but what they are fighting for, it's number one. That's why hawezi kuwa number one nyinyi wote.
hawezi pia kuwa number 1 kwa hiyo nderesa lo.
True, ni the same way niliona actually speaking of the same niliona some really postiona na Nairobi gossip kama ni nini. Kuna some chick alikuwa na dilemma. Sasa alikuwa na post I think a married chick alikuwa na husband and I guess 2 kids or something. But the husband akaget promiscuous kidogo. Sasa akakuwa na the side chick, alafu the wife came to find out, alafu they ended things waka divorce. Sasa they are co-parenting to the husband ako some other place.
Ni feel na
Feel actually feel story I feel though is correlated to some point. Sasa the chick eventually huyu mwenye amedivorce sasa akakuja ku engage na Aman sasa mwenye pia ako married na ako na mtoi, like ako na wife na ako na nini, ako na mtoi. So yes, huyu ni kasa chick. Sasa alikuwa anampigia like zile of hours ni nini, alafu the guy ana get angry, usikuna nipigia time fulani ni nini with my wife, like ile as much as ako promiscuous but anapea wife ile heshima yake, like you're not supposed to call me at a certain time, ufai kuona ni text hivyo anyhow. So the chick sasa alikuwa ina dilemma, like anasema arudia. Sasa apparently akakuja tena akapatana na the guy. Sasa walikuwa divorce. Na yeye pia already pia alikuwa amepata wife nyingine. Sasa the chick wife ameenda up engaged to 2 guys when you're married na like they wanna pair wives wao. Sasa hiyo the attention like ile as much as wako promiscuous but bado wako so committed to the wife nini. Sasa alikuwa na question kama alifanya makosa ku divorce the guy earlier because after amekuja kwa hero lingine sasa ya the side ndio amekuja kuona venye how men treat their wives and family nini. Sasa ameenda up kuwa the outsider into different relationships.
Because let me try
Justify.
Mr. Philosopher.
Yes.
Kuna hii tuliambiwa wangu never make a permanent decision based on a temporary feeling. And that's where a man comes in for a female, because females are emotional. We are logical. And hapo nikaenda bibi yangu niambia this and this. She'll be emotional about it. But when she makes a decision based on that emotion, that's what will happen.
And also, remember, she was used to having the wife treatment. So now when she will, high chances she's going to be attracted to someone who has, hataenda kwa Brayo mwenye ako kwa street. High chances ataenda to the man who will make her feel the same. And high chances this person is not single.
Definitely.
Yeah, anaweza kuwa hata mwambia verbally niko pale hivi I'm not single. Na probably hata anaweza kuwa bibi yake alikufa, but he knows how to treat a wife. Na high chances ataenda kwa mtu mwenye ako na mtu.
Alafu niko na ndio ninanibo sana na intellect. Ndio effects za intellect. So naturally we are supposed to do some stuff naturally, but because of our intellect tuna cut off some aspects where we think it's primitive, or unless tukichukua intellect na primitivity zetu ziko exist pamoja, such things won't happen.
Watakubali tu.
Yeah, watakubali, so they know it's natural.
Do you feel before you
In
say
this point, the power of men. Let's continue.
the power of men.
Yes.
Do you feel the so-called the empowered ladies wanna feel it's a bad thing having this? But I'm not saying, I don't want to use the less powered ladies, which are our sorry to say, the generation of our moms and our parents. When they were not like when the universities and stuff, so they know probably our dads and stuff wanna cheat, but then like, no, I know I wanted a family. So, and he's doing everything that he's supposed to be doing as a husband. So, mimi atakaenda na huko, mimi tushalea watoto wetu tuko sawa, and they are comfortable. But then our when they are so-called empowered, if I may say so, generation yetu sasa na probably late generation of our parents, iko all, I can't share my man with someone else.
Yeah,
so that means she owns the man but not the family.
That's the problem.
I think people are fighting they're just fighting themselves. Ni kama ni kuswali liliza wase wa LGBTQ. If genitals don't define your gender, that's cutting them off.
Justify the need.
Yeah.
Just do
It's like you're just fighting your
own.
Hiyo story ni if I might add on hiyo story tupendi ukiongelea, but jumeitaje ukiimbona kuna wanga na gender reveal party
Papona.
kuna wanga na gender ngapi kwa gender reveal? Sini two genders.
gender.
Meaning you're either a chick or you're either a guy.
Kama ingekuanga more.
I mean singekuwa mingi, kungekuwa na so many anyway
Transgender ni yellow.
Because it makes sense that you're fighting yourself. Then when the results of your fight comes out, you want to
Don't fight against that.
as you want to cry for what you're fighting. Unaona? Ni kama nachemsha maji alafu niwekelee place najua
Inaweza
kumwagikia. Alafu nisahau niende alafu nimwagikie naanza kulia.
Fuji kusema mbona hii maji na nimwagikia.
Exactly.
Maji was innocent.
Yeah.
So do you feel it's the same question yenye alipose where he said that the wife huyo dema shatoka, so now she want to go back to her position.
like it's already too
And
late.
it's
It's already too late. You already made a permanent decision based on your feeling. So feeling ilikuwa temporary. Feeling itakuja na iende. Trust me. Utaisikia sahi after 2 ama 3 hours ama after a month or a year. Feeling imeenda kwa like a year.
Now, I think it's high time to agree. Let's think from a man's point of view. Men are not polygamous. We share love.
Speaking like a friend.
See, tumeongelea si DM like dem ako na crossroads because ako zile za should I go back, should I go this side, ako na crossroads. But simply on both sides, this guy is willing to share love, this other guy is also willing to share love. Is it wrong?
But
But you need to share love.
he's sharing a dick, he's not sharing love.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, just make it worse. I'm talking about love.
By the way,
Sharing a dick.
story but inaweza
Ukiongelea hapo nayo umetutuka
We need to define what
What
love is.
love is,
We need
yeah.
to define what love is.
Because I feel a man, and it's something we've spoken because hata ile time tulikuwa tunasema venye masponyo anaua bibi wa masponyo anaua side chick because now the side chick want to be the first person to be the first wife, but yo bro, I have seen this guy grow from zero to hero, and then now unataka kuchukua the position. So now this man, he has a certain, I would say, love yake ni the fear of this is the woman mwenye amekuwa hapa hivi for me. Yes, I'm outside there probably trying to get some nunu, but if when it comes to my wife, please don't go there. Lola, don't go there to my wife. So ndo maana ikifika kesi kiwa mbaya hata uende kwa koti atasema mimi sikujui. You see, because he knows this is my wife, this is the one I love. I have to fear this person, I have to respect this person in the sense that hata if anything, hata saizi niende nianguke kuivo, nitarudi, mwenye atapigiwa ni bibi yangu, si my side chick.
Yeah, true.
Sindio?
Lakini the love I have for my wife is enough.
To let you go and dick out.
No. Like, okay, umeshapenda bibi yako, it's enough, fine. Then you have a side chick, right? Mbona uko na side chick?
It's because you want to probably
No, tunapenda. You're sharing love.
I think
Okay, what you don't know is
What is love?
men don't cheat because of love.
Exactly. What is love? What is love? What is
You're
love?
not
What's the understanding
cheating,
of-
you're sharing love. Say, like,
what is
I'll
love?
give you-
I
I'll
don't
give
know,
you
yeah,
that.
Sidhani-
makes sense.
sidhani
Cheating
kama
is
hata-
cheating even if you're not sharing.
Mimi sidhani kama mimi doubt kama meno
Cheating.
inakwanga because of love ama kama ni
Yeah.
love already akona everything.
Ako
Akona wife, akona watoi, everything he would have wanted akona yote tayari. I think to men, not the men wanakwanga
physical being, I think.
physical, like natural providers. Wanaume anapenda provide. Unaona?
Is there nature?
It's in our nature. Okay, acha niseme it's in our nature. Mama. Men are natural providers. Already have a family, like uko like ndio ifike point yenye a married man ako ile point yenye anataka kuwa promiscuous, definitely mwanaume ako well off. Hawezi uko married alafu ati you're having financial constraints at home with your wife alafu you're out there spending unalipia this side chick.
But wanafanya hivyo.
Kuna watu wanafanya.
That's all watoto.
Okay, that's sick. Basi kama kuna mtu
Wacha
anafanya
nipate
hivyo.
pesa niwaoneshe.
That's unaona at the moment when you tuko in this space, our finances doesn't allow us to have even multiple
My friend,
girlfriends.
for men, I don't
Multiple
think that is
even one.
No,
One
it's
is
not girlfriends. Sorry, I'm speaking for my. No.
Jongele bro.
Men, is that satisfaction ya kuprovide.
You could provide like
That
you're feeling
is
like a
something
man.
you
No,
provide.
you're able to cater
Like
for
you're able to provide
at a go na see.
So, for men, that's the satisfaction.
Acha niulize your understanding of the word love.
Tuanze na Nancy.
For me, wacha
Unajua for men it's
I don't
okay because
understand
tunaongelea for
something
men.
that I would
But
never-
they as a man, unasemanga as a man you're not loved. You're loved because of what you provide. Like
Oh yeah.
it's because of
So
your
do-
value.
so
So
what
what
do you
is
offer?
what is love? What is love?
The value.
It's quite up type mouth, so
Unataka gani?
I think we should just jump that.
Look at those ones.
Love is I describe as the unconditional feeling of okay.
You're feeling to nut. That's lust.
A good describe
Describe
Because
what
whatever
love
they
is.
describe it as, that's what you should do.
Yeah, ladies, because we all know
If you
the
do it your own way, it won't work.
And Nancy, remember the point. Once you define it,
You never
You
never
really
come out from it. What's love?
She can come out of it.
Oh.
moving on swiftly, Nancy define love.
What is
Okay, for
love?
me, my definition of love, I don't know, it differs with the person. What I value as love is
What is that you value
What
as
is that?
love? That's
Define
what
it.
we want. Like we want a personalized thing. Yeah, love to me is a dick and a head. That's love for me. What's love for you? Unajua utakuwa ukiongelelea watu wengi sana.
Ama ni breakdown.
Let's do this. You define love.
To break down to whether it's a feeling or an emotion.
I think it's a little bit of both.
It's a both. It's a blend of both.
See,
Oh,
it
a
can be
feeling
both or an
Let
emotion.
me before you break it. Do you love your parents as an emotion, or do you love your parents as a feeling?
As a feeling, not as emotion.
Not an emotion.
Yeah.
Why then, if someone to see your mom, utakuwa irritated?
That's a result of that's an emotional reaction.
What is a feeling and what is an emotion?
Okay, let me break this. Let me define love in very few terms. It's listening and caring partner in very few words. Money. Like
Acha njibu swali espata. Emotion na feeling. Emotion ni it's it's primitive because it's found in the place
subconscious
lymphatic system.
Medulla oblongata.
What are those?
Above the brainstem. Yo, itaitwangaje?
Okay,
Cerebrum.
So unasema mtu akiko ngumi hapo hivi lava na
lava la kufa.
story ya lava sana.
Ndio maana unachanganyikiwa.
So emotion is primitive because it's lymphatic system reaction of your body. Alafu what we
So that's a hormonal thing.
Emotion is a hormonal thing. Alafu feeling is what we place on
The hormonal aspect.
exactly. For example,
is the aftermath of the hormones.
I'm having an emotional reaction. So it's a system.
So if you're sad, you're having an emotional reaction.
reaction. So what we place on that emotional reaction is what is called the feeling.
Let me complicate it a bit for you.
I think that's why men should fight more. Men should be violent. Yeah, this big way.
Because nikisema I love my mother. Na
So do you love your mom, you have a feeling for your girlfriend?
You have a feeling
of love.
Not an emotional feeling of love. Yeah.
Below. Your analogy of things.
Okay.
But okay, from another point of view. Okay, from a different
Acha amenyamaza.
Okay, hata nimesahau kitu nasema.
Okay, niko na kaswali tu tuseme. Ushaifikiria maybe kama ingekuwa mimi na blame tuseme tunaweza blame Christianity ama ni religion. Because see for Muslims history ya kuwa polygamy and shit. See for Muslims on allow I think up to 4 wives, ndio. Don't you think ingekuwa ni the other hii pia Christianity wanakuwa allow pia to have multiple. Okay, see people do like na they're still Christians and but see ni legal, like is it legal kama like for Muslims when it's allowed actually to allowed to marry up to 4 wives? See your story in the God like for Christians ingekuwa the same things, ingekuwa imesolve the story.
So ingekuwa kuna divorce,
polygamy and whatever. Yeah, ingekuwa normal for any guy.
So what is then if tukienda hivyo, so does that mean like if I am cheating then I'm not viable for a divorce?
Yes, I've been able to back down to
it makes sense by the way that in Christianity, for example, we used to have polygamy. But when the New Testament came, it came with rules. So inamaanisha the old self,
the
natural self, me having more wives. Now that the New Testament may come up with other rules, I forget about my yourself. Is that even?
Well, like you're trying to fight your own battles. The battles within themselves. Ile analogy ya estate, kuna gate unajua unafaa kutoka, but then umeambiwa usoi toka kwa hii gate because unaweza pata accident. So the fear of if I have many wives, how Christians, we being raised in a Christian family, ukiwa na more wives, it means you're not going to go to heaven because you not commit underage.
Williams on a later but not Williams wa Bible alikuwa na 7 whatever Solomon. Hadi kulikuwa kwa Bible kuna nini yake kilichoaje. So Solomon was to it one guy.
Sons of Solomon.
Apana, the wisest man on earth. Yes.
So unamaanisha if you have one wife then you're not wise anyway.
The only person like the only person it's so weird to inherit work yake tukachukua since the Adam and Eve.
Wow. You have to bring it.
The guy had 700 whatever and
because if you're not supposed to go according to the Old Testament, then why is it being taught?
Kukuonyesha kwenye tumetoka.
And men are just born to share love.
Sharing
love.
Okay, distributing, but still not sharing. Just sometimes to share.
But ni vizuri tumongelee story because umeona venye nowadays hizi ni kama divorce ziko higher everywhere.
Na vitu zinafanya ati because he cheated on me. So I'm
feeling like now mostly ni story na hizo cheating tu na nini si ati
I think there's a video I watched you can explain why the rates have increased. Inasema we are being taught to do that,
to divorce.
You're being taught from the word relationship to now engage. Let me say I'm dating Nancy.
Please, wow.
Okay, they're dating. Okay, Nancy.
She's already engaged.
Okay, Nancy and Kavagi are dating. Hawajafunzwa the old ways of doing things. What if something goes wrong? This is how we are solving it.
We handle things.
But squeezy, if something goes wrong, we run. And hiyo inaleta kwa subconscious kila time. Unapata Kavagi ameingia kwa more than 7 relationships. Nancy the same. That's the understanding of solving things. If something is wrong, we just run.
If I see fire, I'm not thinking of
kuituliza
ni
but I think
but remember ukikimbilia fire extinguisher umekimbilia maisha yako kumbuka imoto ina spread kuna fulani inaweza toka exactly.
Tunajua it's sad cause pia like tumenormalize hiyo shit like kama stuff high work like ni vizuri ku bolt out like if things are not working ni vizuri kuepa but at the same time pia I think people run because of their sini siongele in marriages. Okay, kuna watu wameko kuna people wameko in different marriages, a couple of marriages, 1 2 3 4. Hiyo sasa sijui ni special case. Unless I
that's where we go wrong.
Unless ningekuwa marriage counselor.
Supposed to bolt out.
Yeah, so like nasema like from experience in the sense that unapata mtu ameko in previous relationships like amekuwa akiona like you really expect to shower this what is coming. So I'm saying that afike hiyo point msal area
Sasa before ifike point kuna hiki.
Can I ask a question before muendelee? You said it's all about education. Sorry, today mimi ndio kama moderator. But is so if we argue from that point of view, then you said you've not been given certain mechanism to deal with ABCD. What mechanism tuko nayo is all about visual and feeling. Niliona mamangu akipigwa. So anytime a man slaps me, anytime a man do ABCD what I saw my mom and alikuwa anafanyiwa, then naturally this shows this is what a family is all about. So if I go to a place and I'm not saying a man who is beating me, then he's not a man enough.
Kuna hiyo true baby like your parents pia wana affect they really affect really your life as you grow.
That's why ile system ya kitambo ile we are a community. We're not individual families. We are a community where before Kavagi marries Nancy.
Hey, you see? Okay.
Before Kavagi marries Nancy, he's not allowed to go meet the family. His family goes meets the family. They know much about Nancy. They tell
the family of Nancy, not Nancy.
They know more about Nancy. They know everything. So I'm like, okay, when we go back, we can tell Kavagi now this is approved kwa sababu Nancy as well has been brought well. Ameelezewa vizuri. She knows all the principles of is it madam kunafunzwa na their grannies. You as a man, ilikuwa unapelekwa place fulani mnafunzwa as men before you being circumcised. So mnafunzwa hizo vitu that when you come, you know how to handle a family. So Kavagi's father kuja to meet Nancy's family. ataangalia hizo principles zilifunzwa. Ataangalia Nancy alifunzwa ina. Hata Nancy haijua kati alikuja. Ndio akienda waseme basi, now this family to meet this family that is allowed. Ndio ku avoid hizo vitu za Kavagi kupiga Nancy. Una get? Ndio Nancy na Kavagi wakicombine nini yao, they take the nini, they take their knowledge to the next generation, hivyo ikienda. That's unapata waja go through this traditional ways, watakuja akoleka anataka maisha simple. Okay, Nancy anataka kufanywa ABCD, apate Kavagi ajui things like that. Kavagi amegrow kwa familia kuchapa watu. Hata unaje atahepa, because that's not her way of
things.
Exactly, yeah. Kavagi akoleka mimi nimegrow nikiona mwanaume ni kuchapwa, au mwanamke ni kuchapwa. Yeye anakimbia nini? Ataenda hata go back to the village, aenda mchukue huko amrudishe. But this is what I believe. Wewe nini? Because hizo traditional ways zinatu zikipotea pole.
But naturally ziko in specific individuals.
Exactly.
But then so these individuals wanaona this is how a normal thing is supposed to be.
Yeah.
So mimi mwingine mwenye sijai kuwa kwa hiyo situation, nikiletwa kwa hiyo situation, then I'm feeling no, I never took my time to understand this person.
Exactly.
Whenever my time is we dig today, tomorrow tunaitana babes, next week to moving. Nini, I never took my time to understand
how are you
kwao ni wapi,
Exactly.
wanafanyanga aje.
Yeah.
I never took time ya kujua Nancy kwao ni wapi, wanafanyanga aje. Hiyo ilikuwa itaje dating, courting and then marriage.
Yeah.
So we are not taking the process of
you're jumping steps.
Is our generation squeezing ni vibes and inshallah.
True.
We just want vibes and inshallah. They don't want the
Na
bad
blue
parts.
pill.
Yeah.
Now in the context of marriage pia, I think pia like divorce, I think inafaa kwa the last resort, because pia msee anafaa kuangalia, especially kama kids wako involved.
Haifai kuwa right.
Because like inafaa kuangalia the kids most of the time. Other people don't look at the kids. End up kuwa ni the kid anariziwa na like at the coming together. Unaona kama okay, this reasons hii turudi sasa kwa context ya Kenya. Hii juzi imekuwa na ni feel. So mbona like hadi mnatoa joint statement blah blah blah. The same thing will happen na ule anaitwa aje. Tiana Taylor, I think sijui kama mnamjua pia. Like they also released a statement wakisema we have decided we will be doing this. And unapata they divorced a long time ago, like they've been separate for a while, but by the time wanakuja ku announce like maybe probably hata msee asha heal or something. Okay, hawezi heal because ukiwa married I guess hawezi heal hivyo compared na but I think watu wanafaa kuangalia the kid. Mtu anafaa kuangalia the kids sana because hao ndio wanakuwa the most affected ones.
So does that mean
True, I agree.
Does that mean then we are in a situation kama hivyo wenye we are raising our issues not because we want people to know, but because we want to protect our empire? Because now people want to divorce. Why do you need to come and tell us we divorce? Because the only people who need
depends with the marriage. Because walikuwa wanatuonesha the marriage
na status pay, I guess, yeah, people kama ni watu
ndo nisionekane kuiva na
like hey
walikuwa na permanent.
Kwa sasa hivi kiachana na mambo yako, you don't need to tell us because you don't know if you have one.
But you find in your circle you have to tell your boys
because they already know.
They wale watu walikuwa
But if they did not know,
I don't okay, I get you now.
So they have their life.
They have to tell Kenyans.
So they have to tell us.
Yeah, your point of view. Wewe tumeongoza, wewe ndo na support hapa female energy.
My point of view on
divorce,
and cheating and what people
it's just what you've said in simple terms.
Sorry?
It's what you've said in simple terms. We are fighting tunajaribu kutoroka the natural process. That's ndisemaje, hiyo ndo shida yetu. And okay, I'll just quote what Professor Lumumba said. The main problem we have as Africans is we forget that life is a puzzle and you're part of the puzzle. So you need to work on yourself to complete this puzzle. So we don't work on ourselves. Because if you unaona kama alikuwa sema the way he was raised. if you took time to know the lady and how she was raised, ungekuwa unafanya unafanya, that would result to
probably not him not beating the lady.
Exactly.
Probably when she's being beaten, probably it's an extreme thing, and oh yeah, I did. No.
So you see, it's about you take responsibility for yourself first, then it goes, you point out to someone else, someone you're interested in. So why do we keep doing this? Like, is it need to zakujitaki? Alafu, we live in a generation where actually we are to blame. Sisi wakubwa, because we are the one displaying this on social media, showing these people that mapenzi ni tamu and you can get it fast and easy. I mean, look at someone like Ambare.
Oh yeah.
Ametoka relationship moja ameenda ingine akapata mtoto and she's living lavish.
Mtu wa Ambare ni huyu Vera. Sema kwa sababu nayo leo kesho ako Beverly.
Exactly. Unaonyesha watoto nini? So it's a responsibility. It's our responsibility, but because we're chasing clout, we want to be famous, because you know, I want to publish this story fast, I'll do it. Because I don't care. And see, like jana nikiwa kwa my nephew's birthday party, there was a statement I had and I just cringed. Kila mtu ale mtoto wake. That is not how nature brought us up to be.
True.
Yeah.
Kila mtu ale mtoto wake like the way you want, in short. But that's not the way.
True.
Nature has brought us up to be a community, and we are human beings. Human beings survive with each other. We need each other. So ukianza story ya kila mtu na mtoto wake, wakati utakuwa kazi mtoto wako wako ndani ya nyumba kunachomeka, si uta-expect ni baba asaidiwe mtoto. But ulisema kila mtu ale mtoto wake. Mtoto wake kufa hapo ndani, who will you blame?
No.
Exactly.
Napenda how you phrased, because maybe I also have an argument. Nakuanga always na debate na my uncles and my aunts. Nawaambia, you guys mliambiwa enda Nairobi utafute pesa. So every time we come for a get together, which is a family, we used to have a family thing growing up. I know most of you can relate. We would go meet cousin wa mama yangu. You would come and meet, but the more we grew older, from one size, after you don't know even your immediate cousin or brother ako, rarely do you meet, because you're like, bro ni aje, mko mmoja ako Utawala na mwingine ako Ruai na mwezi ona. You've never met. So I feel your community thing inanifanyanga ni feel
and then another thing, we are ndasemaje, hii generation we are omitting unaona story ya quoting na dating. But whatever we are replacing, either we are missing to replace it with something proper and permanent, which is strong, ama tuna replace na kitu yenye eventually ni sisi inwe tunakuja kukumiza. But all along, and that's why I keep telling people, like, go back to you know, those ancient times and get to understand why there was courting, why there was dating, why your parents needed to know my parents, why ilikuwa ni Kavagi na familia yake ndio anaenda kuona wazazi wangu na mimi siko kwa hiyo meeting. There's a reason.
Good example.
Get to know, get to understand. And you know, this is why I usually admire our parents. Wachana hawa Nairobi, watu wa ushago. I admire them because them they know and they're at peace with it. Sisi ni, you know, but you feel the entitlement to know more. Venye Spata alikuwa anasema, as human beings, knowing more is more dangerous. There's a reason why you shouldn't know. And sometimes I feel bad. I remember, like earlier this year, kuna maswali nilikuwa nauliza mama yangu, ananiambia mimi sijui, enda ulize baba yako, yeye ndo anajua. So I'm like, mbona wewe hujui? And I think I was still in that mentality of, you're a woman, you should know. You know almost everything. You are a parent also. But when I go to my dad is like, sawa, fanya hivi, niletee maji. Ataketi chini, tunaanza kupiga story. So you get to understand why. And so unajua ukiketi chini na mzee wako, it's not just that, but everything around that.
Yeah.
So we need to practice more of that.
Yeah. Kuna vida fulani
Summarize.
there's a video.
No, silent.
alikuwa anapanga WhatsApp video.
The video Nancy shared with me.
Thank you.
Explain about education. That video. Do you know this thing called divide and rule?
Divide and conquer.
Divide and It's really in our work
perfectly.
In our work perfectly. Na tujui, for example, our languages. For example, a language, culture, even borders.
Yeah.
In our work, we bluntly see that. Alafu, when we divide,
I think even academic yenyewe kuna
Exactly.
number 1
Number
last
because nikidivide alafu nipe umse information fulani and don't give this person information, when they come together they clash. So that I think that's what's happening here. When I'm dividing you from Kavagi,
I'm selective of what information I need to give also because like saizi ukiangalia marriage is the social marriage. It's like feel sisi kama twende kwa feel and actress, they chose to give, we've divorced but you're not going to tell respect ABCD, but then our love, we used to show you love was a beautiful thing. So ule mtu mwenye alikuwa anakumfollow on a daily basis sasa ameachwa fuck.
Okay.
I wanted this kind of love, but now it's why has it not? Why you say mtu sasa he or she will now start to go look for another person similar to that person, follow that step. Then so unaona time bado hairuhusu.
Sio umesema nikakumbuka, there's a friend of mine alikuwa anamwambia, "Bado umesikia Finn na Ketakrisa wame divorce." Alafu ako zile za no how fine like.
But I think here in your because maybe my best like when I get married, this is what
I want like this person.
So it looks like kila kitu yenye you've been following.
It's wrong.
You are linked to the wrong thing. So you have to
it doesn't matter.
Fresh. Doing this itakuwa wrong.
And I think
but this is what I've believed itakuwa fit.
I think that's our problem. Juu tunaangalia alafu we like tunasema ile patia kila mtu ana story yake hapa by the way. Unajua like I have to live my own story, you have to live your own story. But sasa tunakwanga zile za pana. I want mine to be like that.
Because una feel entitled and you're opinionated. For example, mtu atakuja seme according to lifestyle ya Kate, inafaa hivi. Inafaa hivi, alafu uangalia ya feel hivi kwa sababu what happened between them we don't know. But the opinions we have, it's based on the stories we see there. So tuko na opinions mingi, yet we don't understand actually what happened between them. Just because of what we've been fed with Phil's IG and Kate's IG.
I was watching someone who was saying, if one day all the working class chose, just one day, hatuendi kazi. I am spending time with my family. I am choosing to rest. I am choosing to, do you know, atachana tax kupungua, atachana workload. That is when it will actually hit people. It's never
that serious.
It's not.
Because
as much as I'm living in Nairobi, nikirudi ushago, I'll provide for my family. True. Very well. We'll eat very good, very healthy. Silipi rent. Niko na stima. Hata sina stima, niko na lamp. Si ndio? Haya, nimeshapata chakula. Maji silipishwi. Niko salama. What else do I need? Mtoto wangu nikitaka kumfunza, and then ushago is more of a community than
which watu wa Nairobi ndio wanakuja kubreak.
Exactly.
Wameanza kuja like ile sense ya mamangu ama mom anajua niko Nairobi. So jirani wangu hataki kuongelesha mamangu cause mtoto wake ako ushago na yeye hajakuja Nairobi. Mimi nikikuja Nairobi, I know an opportunity where I can introduce that guy to, but then I opt to mbona akuje. Si watu waone sisi bado tunaendelea. Kulikuwa na this analogy I used to use in high school. Nilikuwa natumia in high school. It's the black gate analogy. Ukienda ushago uone place yenye kuna gate ya black, unajua ni masongo. Ukienda upate gate nyingine ni ya white, they are trying. But the black gate hata growing up tulikuwa tunajua representation of watu nyumba yao ni ya mawe nini. So those people didn't want to interact with us the commoners when tuko na gate ya white which means ya mabaji. So they didn't want to interact with us, and that ilileta subdivision because in the old days those days we would like watoto innocent hata saizi kwa plot yenye tunaishi mtoto wako anaweza cheza na mtoto wa jirani. na coexist vizuri. Mtoto wako uone hata ameleta mtoto wako kwa nyumba wakule, but wewe unaona mtoto wa jirani then like sasa si uende usalimie mama, juu utaki feed na mtoto wako. So unaona umeanza kuleta hiyo breakage from, so mtoto atakuwa akijua every time nikienda kwa kina nani namfikisha kwa mlango alafu narudi.
Alafu ile astutia ufai kula wakina fulani
au then watu wazazi
unasema mimi sikuwa tunaona atumenda kula kwa jirani. Unarudi hao umeshiba. Unapata unangoja na slippers.
Alafu apparently kula jirani iko down.
Definitely. Hadi wa leo. Sijui mbona hadi wa leo inapanga hivyo.
Hii kitu sorry for cutting you. Hii kitu yenye umesema about hii point ya mwisho. Nilikuwa naongea na brand kikuja. Namwambia ushago kienda kuna very many things. Nilikuwa muuliza like how is it there is an existence of a controller whereby ananyima like you have a soul that you feel as if you're indebted to it. You need to put in the work for you to prove that you have a soul. In the sense that mwenye alitupea soul, which we don't know, I don't want to get into the basis of education and what. Mbona alipea mwingine bila macho? Ama alipea mwingine akijua huyu mtu ana do everything right, like utaangalia kuna mamafua, kuna ule madhesho fulani unaona huyu ni mamafua nini amedo ana put in the work, but huyu madhe anaendanga tu kwa crib kake kama kananyesha hata mtu like why would you have been that situation whereby I'm giving somebody A but on condition anafaa kuongoja for 40 years ndo kama mtu wa KFC you have to wait for 90 years ama 60 years ndo your business improve. Did I have to kwenda training for 90 years?
Sijui kama nini. Okay, yangu ni story nyingine. Si
bring it up.
Ni mwana venye nataka niulize Nancy kama kuna beef na Su. Kuna beef na Su? Su. Su mwenye anasumbua saizi.
Ule wa kupika.
Exactly.
Huyo udema anaonyesha husband.
Like do you have nauliza tu kama kuna beef. Nimekaa mku notice kila mtu like almost every chick kwa contact list yangu akona beef na yeye.
True, very true.
What with the beef?
Si like unaona ni kama okay kuna video ana overdo I guess ati watu wanaona kama ana overdo like anapaka anachimba shimo. There's a video alienda kwa kachimba.
Anapika kuku for 5 hours.
Sijui umenia.
Hadi akachoma kichwa mbuzi.
Yeah, like
so like she's doing
what is supposed to be
done. Like she's doing the normal.
Sasa mimi question yangu ni sijui mbona like her fellow women wanamfight sana mimi sijui.
Because she's doing the right thing. That's the point. Now when they fight, wanaka shortcut.
Thank
you know, wanaka
she's putting in the hard work, but they want the success.
Wanaka do it
within a short period.
Ati wakapo kwa comment section like hata ufanye hivyo mwanaume ata cheat tu nini but
and food.
Now the funny thing
she's doing it, she's not actually doing it for her husband per se. She's doing it because she loves it.
She loves it
genuinely.
So because enda tinafanyia bwanangu naenda kuchimba nini shimo because she knows probably her mama alimwambia this if you get a husband remember it's not your husband who is there, that's a family that you're creating with this family, and what are you going to do for you to for it to be a coexistence of a family, then him being the head you have to take care of him, and in taking care of him do you think huyu guy anaweza enda kwa msichana wa KFC?
Na unasema it's funny hata unasemanga food is the easiest way to a man like
tengenezea huyu mwanaume food mjangu nimetoka hivi jobo nimebeach alipata alisiambiwa kitu KFC
nishakusawera girlfriend yangu sometimes bad alafu
tusikie
ndio ndio niko serious na hiyo
hapana
sio story lazima niende kucheka so kufika nilishapewa na kufika nimejam na wana kufika pale niende chaos kufika mse akamwambia alipika chapati na nyama tulisema vikesi kama watu wakubwa
acha nimalize kukula let's do it
but then as a relationship I think I also I think nikiwa campus mnakumbuka nishai date a coastal chick hiyo ndio alifanya dini like nilisalute mazee chicks from coast mazee niko na I was huge man nilikuwa no like mazee ukiangalia stuff iko tunakula kwa hao like singe like mimi sikuwa nimezoea like from my previous whatever sikuwa nime experience so like hiyo time mazee
unakosana hivi ukifika home mpika biriani.
Actually funny thing the issues ilikuwa like ilikuwa so smooth. Hiyo unaweza sema hiyo ndio ilikuwa nini nakumbuka ilikuwa so smooth. Kwa tukonga na maishu mingi. Sijui ni cause ya food ilikuwa.
No, I would say unaona watu wanafanya hivyo with out of doing that the concepts you learn that being on social media won't teach you. Being sijui sasa niite hata sisi queen just being the person who does not do that brings you because unaona you see like me when I was young we used to like go kwa shamba na mom so mom atapanda mahindi maragwe ndoma so that's mom dad atapanda matunda passion strawberries so all this need different seasons mark that 2 is kuna weeding there's weeding for each one of them so every time you get to understand so I think I even shared this was a time we were weeding for maragwe and then my dad saw me like naangalia uko kote and then my dad was like usifai kuangalia kwenye unaenda focus na kenye unafanya masaa ikifika like cause me I was like sitamaliza yote by lunch time so my dad was like masaa ikifika lunch time utatoka uende kule urudi but you see we are all looking for
end game
a straight line to life
a straight line to life but it's not like that iko hivi you need to take a break you will fall down you will
rise up again
exactly that's this unaona sasa hiyo concept singepata kama babangu anaishi Nairobi anashinda job akienda maybe mjengo na mimi niko shule you see I wouldn't have gotten that concept
and then ungekuja kwa social media ikwambie it's about the destination not the journey
na by the way ukiangalia social media watu wanaongea chini yake utapata mkulima hapo kwa mkulima anaelewa
definitely I think
utapata chef hapo kwa sababu anaelewa utapata ni hawa sleeping watu wajaika siwezi guza mchanga sisi will die
kuna hii shit ya mafuta refu
by the way like
those chick meona kama they are the most dirtiest chick ever in this world but
kuna kanga na hiyo nini by the way hadi I think it's not once but
miss
a couple of times
unajua kuna mtu aliniuliza kiasi kuna mtu aliniuliza ati mbona kucha yako inamea if nature knew hutaji kucha refu mbona inamea and I just gave that person one simple answer nature is just trying to teach you to have discipline
and
of
control of whatever
cutting your nails no just the discipline of cutting your nails whenever they grow long and it's even giving me the option of choosing how long they will be it's courtesy
inakuonyesha
kazi tu ni ukate it's not so much
I love the statement
Wow.
I love the statement from a lady tunamesema story ya uchafu
sema lazima tu ana watchingi atajua
ni statement ilikuwa
isema tu venye iko
alisema huwezi pata lori kubwa yenye ni safi
lori kubwa
yenye ni safi na upate lori kubwa iko na kucha refu food for thought
it's not about lorries it's not about lorries
guys
where
you were saying sorry
no comments
but a deep one but good actually ni kama your point yako ya about cooking and how your dad alikwambia about it's not about blah. I feel also and in I do a lot of things this at the same topic tulikuwa tunaongea but in a lighter note which was do you feel the society ilifunza kuempower because an example kwa class tulikuwa na number 1 most improved probably number 2 and him if I give you to date now I give a present here number 1 and then nipe mtu most improved nimpe present ya number 1 yenye ilikuwa inafaa kumaanisha. Does that make this person the number 1?
No.
Actually, number last pen number 1, issue mjangale is from the side, from the other side.
When
I'm something at least mjangale is from the other side.
I think that is a very logical thing kufanya because it means this person has done more than normally.
The other person.
Let's say for example, mtu amekuwa number 1 for the entire time. Then mtu mwenye amekuwa number last akuja kuwa number 2. What's done more effort?
The one mwenye amepanda.
Number 2.
The most
at least amefanya something.
So
I'll show you.
So the answer to your question is yes.
The answer is yes. So you've changed.
No, like Sumuliza, has society contributed in
Vision of whereby now because I was given the present ya number 1 by society inakuja inasema you are number 1, yet you're not the number 1, you're the most improved. So the same thing inakuja to the ladies. When the ladies were we empowered ladies because there was a need for empowerment. Ladies were there and they were not being empowered so that they can take the role of men. They're being empowered so that they can be more empowered on their roles.
I've already statement.
Like nasema the ladies were being empowered so that they can be more empowered on their roles, not replace the men. But what our today's society is doing, it's empowering women so that they can replace the women. The women can replace the men. So now they are being empowered to come into a field in here. These people, they don't know what about. How do you kuchinja mbuzi? Because that wasn't your duty from the word. How do you kutoa the green nini? But now hata ujui. But then since ulishaona mwanaume akichinja mbuzi na umeempowerwa, you know what a man can do, a woman can do. Wewe unaenda ushakata mbuzi kichwa, then after hapo you don't know, but then ushasema mimi ndo nafaa kuchinja mbuzi.
Umenikumbusha ni podcast ya Joroka. There's this guest who had invited us, a Chinese guy. Alisema lenda in the Amazon. About the kind of Amazon forest, and about the kind of life those people are living. Ako like also ako so masculine, kimbia kilometers mingi just to go hunt. Alafu anashangaa watu wachoki. Yashapiga like 5 kilometers. Alafu ndio statement alisema kuhusu wanaume, all they do is go hunt, bring the food at home. Alafu the females will cook and have a small ceremony, for before eating. Alafu ndo walale. Wakilala wanamka asubuhi, they cheer the men as they go hunting.
Bilo. Kuna msai think anasema kuskipo kwa
From the nini?
ni from the live feature. Okay.
So umse anashangaa akiambia translator akiambia umse mbona mbona anachoka ati umse translator aka explain ati mtu anachukua chakula kwa supermarket, so yeye hapo sawa kwa supermarket ni ati ni place watu wanaenda kuchukua chakula ati alafu anauliza ana hunt chakula ako like ni process chakula ina processiwa inakewa hapo. You just go somewhere, pick, eat, and then come back home. I gonna make sense. Alafu
and it sounds boring.
Yeah, alafu
You just go.
Nervous.
Yeah. Also kwa an interaction yao for a period of like a month. Akafika point fulani anaulizwa ati you guys look like models, anataka niwachukue nipeleke America mkue models na upige picha. Ako like is that not the place where people jump off the roof to kill themselves kwa sababu of depression? Ako like I'd rather stay in this area and I know how life goes, I know how life runs, kuliko any place flani where I'll be so consumed with all this information that the only solution I have is to go up and jump over a roof. So kwa sababu hapo naelewa what depression is, what supermarket ni nini, hawaelewi all these things. Hawaelewi for me, I was like, that kind of life is really amazing, really adventurous, kuliko this kind of other life. Ila iko sawa, yes, because you have
advancement and stuff.
exactly all this intellect kind of stuff. Sawa, it's a very beautiful, but ingine
It's more precious.
It's more precious. Sababu kuna statement fulani ya I think it's Jordan, siko sure. Or Peterson, Jordan Peterson. Anasema in 3 generations, people who knew you, people who interacted with you will be normal. The same with you. Utakuwa umesaulika. Then why limit yourself in this small span of life uko nayo rather than experience life?
Or trying to be to fancy the thing of I want Nancy anijue, but yet mtoto great grandchild wa Nancy hata kwa but the legacy that I live today now says, did you meet Tomboya? We never, but we know the legacy of Tomboya. Exactly. If I go to Nairobi and find that Niniko pale, I'll start your look, this was Tomboya. The legacy yenye mtu alilive, and I think that's what watu ushago wanafanyanga. Watu utajua hata landmarks ziko kwa nani, likile stage inaitwa jina ya mtu fulani, ukiuliza ni nani, alikuwa chief, alifanya ABC.
Exactly.
But then jirani yake haumjui.
For example, kama mimi sahi, I'm known as Karabilo. People know me as Karabilo. But that name Karabilo, to stay meet. That guy, I've never met that guy. Simujui. Na asikianga tu hadi kuna place fulani home imeikuwa path inaitwa Karabilo path. Hadi vile budangu place anafanya kazi amepatiwa path yake ati this is the Karabilo's path. I was like, who's this guy? Aliishi aje? Who's this Karabilo? Hata mimi sahi nikiambia msee anaitwa Geoffrey akwa like
who is that?
I know you're Karabilo. You know, that kind of life. Live a legacy. Ama live your life. Usijilimit sana kwa ya intellect.
Now, have you ever noticed when you're doing something and you don't give a fuck is the most precious thing? Like, yenye kitu yenye you're saying, you know the aftermath of it all, but fuck it. Let me just be me for once, because mimi it's personalized. Shida kuwa na kwa mbaya, because you always try to grab the next element inakuja. It's like in IT, when you're in IT, you always try to get the new code, because code ina changing every second. New languages. Mimi nikifunzwa back in first year nilifunzwa na C/, saizi kuna Kotlin and stuff. So you always trying to get new and new. But then I did one day, just a single day, nikasema
umesema slash au umesema joke
zima hiyo kitu. So I just did one day ile a self evaluation moment, and I was like, fuck, I'm not IT guy anymore. I don't know anything. I just want to experience who I am today. Went off social media, like zimad my phone. In my small apartment, just me and my earphones, because let me experience who I am. And fucking hell, man, that thing is sweet. That thing is sweet. Nile tu sasa later after saa 10 imefika iko like rent inafaa kulipa. But that thing is so sweet where you block all the noises and stuff. And coming back to a topic which was about ladies and cheating, and ilikuwa about ladies as well gani ya kwanza?
Society.
The society about controlling what the fuck was it? The question about ladies na kufeel wako attracted to men and whatever. I now came to understand, like, when you're focused on yourself, whenever you're focused on this is the thing that I want to do, trust you me, you're going to do, hata kama it's not paid. You, as in, like, you're doing it as if it's your last thing. If it's a lady kama wewe msichana, venye anapikia bwanake, hapiki cause anataka kesho huo bwana akwe bado wake. Anapika cause the role is leo my man need to eat breakfast. So let me sipiki breakfast ya kuweka ndo akule kesho. Senior level. So I'm leaving today, and the more you're doing it, other people are kuja waseme, and you'll not remember it. But nowadays, what we're doing is we want validation, verification, and we also want to give people the authority to control our life.
Yeah, true. I think pia anaifanya cause anaipenda tu pia personally.
Alafu kuna sorry.
Kama ningesema ngele cause I wanted to talk about something else. Kama ni
I think with that kind of nini, see, just focus on the feminine side of it, and also the masculine side of it. There's some people who are so immersed in their masculinity that they forget
to live life.
For example, kama mimi juzi nimekuwa so masculine kwa like sisikiza ngoma fulani
wakadinali
nikasema sisikiza ngoma kama za nini za Otile Brown. So siku fulani so juzi nikiwa kwa mat nimeforce tu kusikiza by force, sababu niko kwa mat sasa imewekwa, niko like we tend to block some people because nilisikiza ngoma za Umse and I was like, mbona sijaisikia ngoma Umse, ziko tu fiti, ni poa, nimekuwa tu ni hii masculinity saa iko mingi sana like Otile Brown akwende, but nilisikia ngoma za Otile niko okay, si mbaya, ni fiti, ni vibe.
I think ni jupia ni position sana kwa ndani. Unajua ukiwa in that
alipata msichana.
Ukiwa in love hivyo nini ndio hizo ngoma zina. Aona
Nigga in love.
Niliona mimi fulani msana anasema sijui ati ngoja fully love ndio ujue nani make sense. Alitoje this Tanzania mimi anapenda
Damn.
Harmonize.
There's this guy. Si Alikiba. Ni wakukaa mtu ni wajuzi. Melody something. J Melody. Mwenye anaimba hizi love songs ni sometimes alikuwa anasema wezi relate na ngoma yake until you fall in love ndio sasa utaanza ku appreciate yenyewe the value yenyewe anasema kwa hizo ngoma.
Isn't that a bad thing where
you
miss on certain opportunities because we are afraid of this is not something that is correlating with me at this moment. But giving it a benefit of doubt here, probably if I'm in such situation, so we are forgetting to live because when Nancy alisema we are in a society whereby huyu angekupea knowledge na huyu akupea knowledge, so unless Nancy akuja kuintroduce kwa Otile huwezi nini ni za wasichana. So ile time Nancy because you trust Nancy you're basing your argument on the trust in Nancy yako. Najua Nancy is introduce kwa kitu mbaya, so let me just give it a name, of which tuko na limited people whom we trust can introduce us to opportunities.
Another example ya hiyo ni a photographer fulani. I think ni ulishare na hiyo video.
Video feedback.
A photographer alikuwa na best yake hapo kando na anapiga picha. Alafu msaka wale kaya take a picture of that. Hiyo ndio kali. Msaka akasema amuliza mbona? Akasema sometimes it's best for us to be in the moment, feel the moment rather than capture and fail to be part of that.
By the way, there's this video niliona recently ya wedding, then the bride alikuwa na some performance. So the performance was perform na mabeste zake like the entire dance. So the moment them alisimama ku dance, the guy was like to the entire time ako singing. I was like, it's your wedding. Like 1,000 other people are recording. You still record the entire thing.
Exactly.
There's somebody recording record. It's your wedding, uko tu kwa kitu umekaa record.
Mseleji watu wenye tunafanya trade walikuwa wanasema ni stocks zilikuwa zinaenda. You don't know the feeling. You don't know the feeling, bro.
But ile video ilikuwa so wrong hiyo video. Ile the groom alikuwa na kwa simu
alikuwa tu kwa simu na dema na dance.
So this they're like
After
as individual, like meow, you're like
It was.
but like say you're used to your like when you see
Please don't be a trader alafu ufanye wedding.
There was another one pia mazeri groom akoto kwa simu like it's a wedding day like uko tu kwa simu. Unashaka umsa anasikiza kibe ama nini.
Rotate ako like fuck the bro.
Okay, so nilikuwa nataka turudi back to our point. Nilikuwa nataka kuuliza swali. Hiyo story ya divorce nilikuwa tunaongelea before.
Karabilo umesalimiwa na wasikio.
Anandio. Wasikio.
ESKYO.
Oh, nimemwona hapa
eski.
Tena mta wasikio. Anasikiza though.
That's my bro. In it.
Ni bro, big up. Walikuwa nauliza kwa hiyo context ya divorce sasa like nilikuwa sana niuliza nyinyi as guys. Utatupa opinion yako pia but nasema tu nyinyi as guys. Like tulikuwa tumeongelea hizo ma stories na lead to divorces ni nini tukisema story na past experiences blah 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 na tukongelea a very important aspect of finance. Sasa my question is like finance, unajua finances in marriages unajua inakwanga pia the leading cause to some of the breakups tunapata na ndugu. So swali yangu ilikuwa like as a man will you be comfortable if your wife ama do you think like as a man your wife earning more than you can contribute to the increase in the number of these divorces and stuff? Ama will you be comfortable as a man if your wife
in this modern day it is okay. It is okay for a woman to be independent, a woman to be
Please, I don't like the word independent.
not independent. I'm saying
okay,
like in a marriage context, so like it's the wife and the husband, but
Okay,
the wife earns more than the husband.
In this kind of generation, it is allowed. It is allowed. In this kind of generation, it is allowed for a woman to do that. But it's very unfair that women tend to live their natural way best than men. For example, a woman is okay to have a secure future. A man with a good job, a man with a good mental health. But a guy, when a guy tries to look for a woman with a clear past, is being called a pseudonymic kind of person. Ati nataka dem akona hii, nataka dem amekuwa amereziwa hivi. A day with a clear past, when a guy makes standards, inakuwa limiting. But a woman make standards, it is glorified. So on that point yako ya finances, it is okay. But when it comes to a female's nature, itafika point they'll start kudharau.
Yeah, exactly.
Hata kama it's not part of her. Vile amereziwa like you should respect men nini. But the moment she's financially stable, financially okay than a man, atakuwa like I have the power to do this, I have the power to say this, I have the power to do this, so you can tell me this. Hata kama kwa nataka utasikia tu yeye mwenyewe ameanza tu kudharau kidogo, anaingia kwa nyumba late kwa sababu
she had an appointment.
Exactly my point. Sasa swali yangu ni mbona tumenormalize hiyo stuff to that point. Yet for a man, si mwanaume like when a man is a provider. Okay, men are natural providers ni sawa, but ukipata the man and earn more, yeye ndo anafanya everything. And hautaisikia mwanaume amekuja complain like he is complaining instead of paying bills ama manza madharau to the wife.
Exactly.
Actually the exact opposite.
Never.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
A quote from, not a quote, but a wording from my grandpa. Even though a chick can earn 1 million shillings and you're earning 100 shillings, if she can't fit your budget of 100 shillings, she's living the dream of 1 million shillings, then she's not meant to be yours. Because kitu ya kwanza, mimi hata kama sina job, I know rent nafaa kulipa. I'll ask my wife, tunalipa rent ni 25,000, loan me 25,000. I don't want your money. I pay this, then I'll refund 30,000. Someone was saying like nikikuja leo you say like because yes we have, but then we are growing, we are getting men when you are called. They now go to that point here depending on the wife. yako like bibi yangu si ni CEO. I'll give you an example. Us growing up.
But remember, my question wasn't kwa hiyo point of view actually, like bibi yangu like
just na try to explain my point. Okay. Kitambo we'll see mwanaume hana job lakini bibi yake ni mwalimu. Mwanaume anaenda vibarua. That these people they coexisted vizuri hadi saa hizi. Dem anachukua pesa yake anafunza mtu woodwork and stuff, anakuwa carpenter and an okay, have you seen that? Have you on your position?
Najua mimi nasema life is more of a jig, so like I have to bring my piece, you bring your piece, alafu we move forward, right? But considering the fact that tuna add pesa mingi kuliko, haimaanishi the fact that pia unafaa u reduce the amount of respect unpatia, unaona? I'm still the man in the house. So I think that I know of a guy, bibi yake alikuwa na earn more money. Alafu I think alimloan out pesa, ujamaa sasa yako na business mingi is getting more money than the wife. So okay, my point back home is finance if an issue when it comes to divorce.
Okay, let me ask this question. For asante kwa kusema kitu kama hiyo. Let's track down. Should a woman be working? Should a woman be working?
Who is working?
Leo mzee.
Who is working?
Who is a woman?
Should a woman be working?
Okay, kuna mtu amesema hivyo comment.
Yeah.
A man can marry a woman who doesn't work and lives with his parents, but a woman can't marry a man who lives with his parents.
That's true.
Thank you. Unani?
Anaitwa call me enough.
Oh, call me enough. Enough.
But that going to answering your nini, should a woman be working? Naturally,
Yes.
she should be working for the things za nyumba. Like I will be comfortable. No, truly, I'll contradict myself. Truly, but if I can be able to get, if size, I'm in a situation whereby I have a wife mwenye amesema, yo, I'm okay. I'm not saying you sacrifice your career if you have your career, but then you should not be working, and I can be able to provide because you're my wife. Yes, you should not be working, but then you should always have something like. Working, what do you mean by working to start with?
Okay.
Anafaa kuwa na career. Anafaa kuwa na career. Is that what you asked?
Exactly. Should a woman be doing that? Sababu there's this place I read that naturally. Hata tumeisema like a few minutes ago that all a woman wants is a sense of security. And that sense of security haisi jiprovide yeye mwenyewe. She has to seek that from someone else, and that's that's a man. If she does that for herself, okay. Naturally, wanaume lazima wamke watoke waende waende wa hunt warudi. A woman that's easy hand. That's why mwanamke akiamka atoke asubuhi anaenda aende job. Okay, let us ask kwa comment section kama kuna dem kwa comment section atuambie. Kama
tuko na dem hapa na tupeo
before dem comment section dem mwenye kwa
exactly atuambie
will you accept
and kama akienda job anapenda kwenda job ama ako obligated kwenda job.
I think mimi naweza jibu acha before naanze ongea. Mimi swali ilikuwa like is it okay for a woman to work kama ilikuwa nini? Ilikuwa kitu kama hiyo.
Yeah.
Is it okay for a woman to? For me I think ina depend. Like sidhani kama a woman is naturally obliged to go to work as opposed to a man venye mwanaume like it's lazima uende ujitafutie because you know being a man it's not doing with so many responsibilities and so many expectations. For a woman sidhani kama it's like it's that ni man. But again come again to think of it in this modern day era hii life tunaishi pia saizi so many people are educated saizi so many women are educated saizi na no woman akoleki ile.
That's my point.
Can I answer? Your career is not supposed to be a thing in our family. You have your career.
No,
yes,
no,
I never married your career. Yeah.
No.
I married you as a lady. So if I can be able to cater for a thing that doesn't need you to work on your career, then I'm okay. But then, this situation yenye tuko saizi, you have your career. Don't, unajua when we put careers first, yenye itakuwa, it's as if I married your career. No, that's where the problem comes in.
I was saying
my point was let's not be stuck on the moment that we're already married. The fact that maybe point yangu ni the fact that it's already here that women are working. Is it okay or is it
Basically, would you marry a working?
No. I wouldn't marry. But is it naturally okay for a woman to be working right now?
No.
Yes. Because the kind of information iko outside here, women.
Yeah.
Women are empowered to be working. Yes, it's okay. But naturally, that's not what they really want.
Exactly.
Because it's just the information that wamekuwa kifidiwa. For you to do this, you should be independent.
Kuna beshte yangu alikuwa na argue out, why would a man tell me not to work yet nikimutisha 5,000 yenyewe anasema ni mingi? Why would I go to a man mwenye ananiambia don't work then nikimutisha 5,000? I think that topic is a topic that we need to discuss in a whole episode.
Yeah, but I think
I think we should invite more.
Let's hear from Nancy first.
Venye amejishika like bro nilienda 5 years in campus alafu mnasema no working.
Now,
5 minutes ni zako.
You can give it that.
Yes.
A man's duty is the sense of security, right?
Yes.
Tumesema hivyo. Haya. Sense of security falls in financially, emotionally,
Yes.
mentally, physically, and
So that means yes, you are.
there is only 5 aspects in life. Emotionally, physically, mentally, financially, actually there's 6, spiritually, na sasa because of our generation, career-wise. Sindio? Career-wise, which sort of falls to kuna venye inakaribiana financially. And I will start with the 2. Career-wise, it's a career. A career is a title we were given to believe. But ukiendea huyu msichana ulimpenda juu kuna hii kitu anafanya. Okay, nampenda venye yako, yes, but also there's this thing she does that I like, right?
Whiny.
Whatever it is. And this thing she's doing is making her money, right? How is that? It doesn't have to have an extra shilling on the table, right? So is that wrong? My opinion, not really. I get it. Una provide kila kitu and you're doing a good job, but it doesn't have to. It doesn't hurt to have an extra coin on the table. So we cancel out financially and career-wise. We go to emotionally and mentally because hata hao nika wako clicked. Na hata tukianza tuongeze spiritually. Haya. So you're a man. Tulifanya the courting, the dating, you understood my fears, my weaknesses, and now you believe in a point, actually we both believe in a point where you can make me feel secure, and so can I. So we proceed to, wait, what is the question?
We proceed to now marriage, which is a thing.
Marriage, where we settle down and we handle all whatever marriage brings us. So is that wrong? Because I'm educated enough to understand. I'm educated enough to understand that you being a lawyer and me being being a teacher, I get that sometimes your client will call you at night, and to some extent that's your fault. You never created the boundary. Me being a teacher, headmaster atafeel, maybe let's say for example I'm the deputy, now maybe kuna emergency atanipigia. That's allowed once in a one time. But it comes to another teacher calling me, that's my fault because I didn't create a boundary, right? But if we communicated these boundaries, let's just assume it's perfect. Sort of. It can never be perfect, but let's just assume, yeah?
It's perfect towards you.
No, it's perfect towards both of us. We
Okay,
create boundary yake and I mean we create yangu. So tuko sawa. So is that wrong?
No.
I don't think it is. Okay, what was the other one? Financially, mentally, physically?
Tuko kwa physically sasa.
physically, now this is where we have
issues, manze.
problems, right?
Energy.
We believe just because actually let me take us back to when men used to respect men. We have lowered that. Why? Because we take Viagra, we build big bodies, we go to the gym.
And the
Blue pill, man.
Yeah?
blue pill.
Yes, that.
Kijana anakuwa
Okay,
50
so
minutes.
we have killed that based on society, white supremacy, blame it on whatever you can,
Patriarchy.
whatever it is, right? And we're living now in a generation where physically it's only based on kama nenda gym, kama nakula vizuri. Now look at whatever people who are controlling the world are doing. They're feeding on that too. They're forcing us to go to the gym and consume stuff we really don't need. We really don't, as men. So now physically secure is, as a lady, if I'm working with you, kwanza kuna video niliona boy wake anaona the guy tried to hit on the cheek ni biggie kuliko the boyfriend. So what does he do? He runs away and leaves the girlfriend with deal with their situation. So we've gotten to that point, and that's sad. Now too, this is where now a lady being secure to her man comes in that situation, that context. As much as Sawa, I appreciate you being a huge man who thinks you can have me, saying no. Why? Because I respect that man enough to hold him down even when, oh, when you're younger, you think you can beat him. It's fine, maybe you can, maybe you can't. But it's upon me as the lady to do that. So that's where the security comes in, and I expect the same from my partner. But we live in a generation where, one, we are very poor at distinguishing those 5-6 aspects of security. So now security in those 5 aspects, and then there's love in those 5 aspects. There is respect in those 5 aspects. We are very poor at dealing with those stuff in our society.
Okay, now
You're using wisdom.
umejibu swali, si ndio? Swali ilikuwa
I don't think it's wrong. I think it depends with the person and how you guys agree to focus on those aspects in each side way.
Another aspect that you guys are going to create.
Yes. If I kwa tuzo tano.
yeah, Bill satisfied na jibu. Mkipeana nsi chance ataanza kupreach.
Okay. In that aspect, bila mejibu swali, it's a very satisfying answer. For
You're very satisfied.
a very satisfying answer for this kind of generation.
Yeah.
It is a very good answer. On the other hand, on the other generations, the previous generation,
Yeah.
that will sound like freedom will come, that kind of energy, that something good is going to come. But is it working? Are we coexisting with that, with this? Is that kind of knowledge and this kind of knowledge coexisting, or are they fighting each other?
In this generation,
Exactly.
they are fighting.
Exactly.
We are fighting.
Exactly, we are fighting each other.
Like we are trying to replace, because hata kitambo women used to have careers. They know career yake ni mtoto, kulea mtoto, kuenda kwa shamba. Ungepata ni ngumu sana ungepata mwanaume kwa shamba akiweed. That's their career at that moment, you see.
Yeah.
So they were being empowered. Now we have you can, other than just kuweka nini, other than just kulima, unaweza, this is a cow whereby ng'ombe ni mwanaume, hata saizi, hata uko ushago, hata ukue wewe ndio ulinunua mwanamke, ng'ombe si yako.
That's my point yangu. Point yangu ni that kind of the thinking was empower. Inamaanisha these females didn't have power.
Yeah, true.
Inamaanisha they didn't have power, which is wrong. females were very respected.
Very powerful.
Hii analogy ya empowerment, independency, it's like we are fighting, they are fighting each other.
Ukiangalia, it's the fighting is not umoisikia tu ushago akiongelea empowerment. Ni watu gani waongeleanga? People in people in offices, people in corporate setups, people in social media.
Okay. That's why I'm saying this is a topic that we need to I need an episode on itself.
Acha tu summarize vile nasema explain. These things, explanation ya kitambo, zinafai kuwa zina coexist. They're not supposed to be fighting each other. So if they fight each other, we end up with what Kabagi was saying. Things like divorce, things like fighting in the house, people running, people killing each other. Because these things have to coexist. As if was zina fight each other.
Exactly.
For example, vile umesema to empower, inamaanisha females were not powered enough. Females are independent. This kind of terminology in kwa kile dem kwa like I am minority, I have to fight for my position.
It all takes us back to, one, scrap of definition. I know for this generation it's hard, but as much as you're defining something, when you're giving it a label, get to understand the root cause. 2, just follow what Professor Lumumba is saying. Figure out yourself what you want. Because watu wengi hata sasa hivi wauliza kenye nataka, we don't know. I was even listening to politicians wakiongea and they are asked, you as a county, what do you want? Hawajui. Lakini unataka, you want a seat at the table, but you don't know what you want. Seriously, utasaidika aje? It's the same with you. There's no way you're sitting at the table of nature and nature is there to give you everything you want, but you don't know what you want. Seriously, utasaidika aje? So figure out yourself.
To conclude, my point is, man, you only live once. Just live in our dreams, because you're always in this aspect. Yeah, I'll be with this guy because I hope he's going to be the guy that I want. I'll be with these babes because I hope she's going to be the person. If you're not the person I need at the moment, then I'm not ready to wait for the person I want.
This generation is fixated on Jordan Peterson. This generation is fixated on what do I have to be for a certain guy to like, or a certain partner to like me, instead of
this is who I am.
Yes, this is who I am, and if I want better, I need to be better to attract better.
Yeah, true.
Tunarudia points mingi.
Mimi parting shot yangu maybe itakuwa tu ni watu waache kukimbia, stop running. It's why are you running all the time? Like when nani walisema
why you running?
I think Netflix walisema wakitoa some movie ilikuwa nini, Heart of Stone or something. It's not about like see at every person you encounter like sawa na get na ile trauma and everything, but you don't heal not everyone you meet. So much kufanya kukimbia all the time, work things out manzi, figure things, especially for the married people manzi.
Okay, what I'll say is like your new boyfriend is somebody else's ex.
Ni ukweli.
Definitely.
Ukweli, alafu you're running away from cheating na unapenda naye aliacha juu ya kucheat. So in kuna mbele sasa kama vitenzi la didi zinarudia so yeah. Avoid like sit down, talk about issues.
Wow.
Okay, na sijui kwa nini tunaogopa hiyo part, especially the men I've encountered.
Hapana.
Sijasema nyinyi.
Kabagi break. Hapana.
Parting shots panda.
Parting shots.
Yes.
Parting shots, just be yourself, man. And also live life for once, man. Live life, and when you live life for once, you're going to understand a lot. And also see books peke yake, kusoma vitu kwa book na social media. Get kwenda kwa ground, understand what people wanapitia. If you want to get married, interact with married people. Know about what, but learn, not copy pasting. Learn. Because what in marriage in our kwangu, see the same in our kwa Brayo. See the same. So learn, then try to, okay, this is how marriage, Brayo and I view it, this is how this person understand. And also relationship. So acha kusema ati, boyfriend ya Nancy anampelekanga out. Na mimi probably anampeleka out Maldives. But I can be able to create out yangu nikupeleke coast. It's not Maldives, but it's coast. It's a thought that counts.
Yeah.
The feeling that matters. Anyways, adios mchana.
Me, I would say, be yourself with the worst advice.
Why?
The best advice is work on yourself. Work on yourself.
Nice one.
Kunywa
Nice
maji.
one. Nice one. Nice one. Pia upewe maji pia. Upewe maji. Yeah, so bado nani?
Umesema?
Blush on.
Umesema? Nasema.
Nancy
Parting shot.
Simuongee.
Okay. Parting shot yangu ni statement from one of my mentors. Anasemanga to live in a unfree world is by living extremely free that your existence becomes a rebellion.
Hey, ebu rudia ati.
To live in an unfree world is by being free that your existence becomes a rebellion.
Hiyo ni kama tutaandika hapo.
Yes. That's my parting shot.
Uchoke akili kufikiria.
Tumesema haikuwa serious. Yeah.
Anyway, alafu bana tumefikisha by the 100 subscribers by the way. So we miliona. Actually
Thank you guys.
Ni 104 actually I think. As per now ni 104. So
Parting shot yangu ni live today as if it's your last. Unaona kitu yenye ungefanya if you have the last 24 hours. Fanya.
By the way, ile shit nilikuwa tunaongelea about what you would do in the last 24 hours.
How kusema?
Start doing it. I'm sure you can do them.
Adina iko nasemanga just do
You
it.
cannot do all of them at once,
Just
but
do it.
your list, just check them. I like the idea of this guy to fanya activities. We need to do something.
Sindio?
Alafu life is short pia man.
You need to experience things that you never thought you would have.
Yeah.
I've never thought I'd be a marathon runner.
But you are.
But right now,
I ran away from very many relationships.
you know that one thing that you never thought you'd do.
Yeah.
Ama you just sit and think you cannot do. Try do it. Just try do it.
I'm planning on stealing a bank, so I'm doing it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Stop
Yeah.
to visit jail.
So what was celebrities on small wins when tuna celebrity?
A win is a win.
A win is a win.
Yeah, a win is a win. Yeah. A win is a win.
Alafu thanks to those people who came out
On IG.
on IG.
Yeah,
Shout out to Colminaf, Naftali, Eski, guys, Shukran.
Debates.
Yes. Keep them coming. Give us comments.
Call your
to learn.
friends.
Yeah.
Share.
Yeah.
And give us a thumbs up.
It's every Sunday. Chakwa live, man.
Yeah, kama it's the first time tunakonga live every Sunday on IG. Ama our podcast days ni on Sunday.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Podcast
that's it.
Sunday.
That's it guys, maze. Have a
Yeah.
good one.
Don't forget
Love
to
you.
subscribe,
Mwah.
share, like, and leave a comment.
Mwah.
And live life.
Na watu wengine watafuta mabibi na mabwana.
Cut.
Anyways, bye.
Cut.
Adios.
Muchachos.